They said Halima would never forgive Khadija. Khadija was judged for her betrayal until a scar told a story no one expected. And please, watch till the end, because the truth behind that scar is the moment that changed Halima's life forever. Halima was 30 years old, a pretty gorgeous Lagos young woman with a bright smile people trusted. She wasn't the loud type. She was the kind of friend who showed up early, stayed late, and remembered the small details. Khadija was 28 years old, beautiful, also Lagos-born, the kind of friend who could turn a bad day into laughter with one sentence. They weren't just friends, they were sisters by choice, until the betrayal. It happened quietly at first. Missed calls, strange excuses, whispers Halima wasn't supposed to hear. Then one day, Halima walked into a place she never expected to see Khadija, and what she saw made her heart drop. Khadija had done something that shattered trust, something personal, painful, and humiliating. That day, Halima didn't cry in front of anyone. She just went home, closed her door, and stared at the wall like her whole life had been edited without her permission. Because betrayal doesn't only break your heart, it makes you doubt your judgment. For weeks, Halima moved through Lagos like her body was present, but her spirit was heavy. Her phone would buzz, and she'd hope it wasn't Khadija, then feel guilty for hoping that. Friends called. Forgive her. Let it go. It's not worth your peace. But they didn't understand something. Forgiveness is easy to preach when you're not the one bleeding inside. Halima replayed everything. The moments she defended Khadija, the secrets she shared, the trust she offered like water. Now, that same trust felt like a joke everyone else laughed at. And the worst part? Khadija didn't fight for their friendship the way Halima expected. She sent messages, yes, long ones, emotional ones. But Halima couldn't read them without shaking, so she blocked her, then unblocked her, then blocked her again. Because holding anger felt like power, but it also felt like poison. Halima started losing sleep. Her chest would tighten randomly. She'd be in traffic and suddenly feel tears rising for no reason. One night, she whispered to herself, "I'm not even angry anymore. I'm just tired." Then she said a sentence that scared her. "I don't know who I am without this pain." One Saturday, Halima went to a small community event. Nothing serious, just something to distract herself. As she walked in, she froze. Khadija was there. Halima's first instinct was to turn around. But before she could, Khadija saw her. And instead of rushing over, Khadija just stood still, like she didn't deserve to move. That's when Halima noticed it. Khadija's arm was slightly uncovered. And there was a scar. Not a small one. It was a thick, uneven mark that looked like it carried a whole storm inside it. Halima's anger paused, just for a second, because the scar didn't look like drama. It looked like survival. Later, Halima found herself outside, breathing hard, when she heard a familiar voice behind her. "Halima." Khadija's voice was smaller than she remembered. Halima didn't respond. Khadija slowly lifted her sleeve. "That's why I'm not asking you to forgive me like it's easy," she said, "because I know what I did hurt you." Halima finally turned, eyes sharp. "So what is that?" Halima asked, pointing at the scar. "And why do you suddenly look like someone who hasn't slept in years?" Khadija swallowed. Then she said quietly, "Because I've been carrying shame and fear for a long time." Khadija explained that she had been trapped in a hidden struggle, pressured, manipulated, and cornered in a situation that left her desperate. The scar wasn't just physical. It was the proof of a season she survived silently. And the betrayal? It didn't come from hatred. It came from a broken version of Khadija trying to escape a nightmare the wrong way, making choices she regrets every day. Halima's throat tightened, not because what Khadija did suddenly became okay, but because Halima realized something. Sometimes people hurt you while they are drowning, and you only see the splash, not the storm underneath. Khadija's eyes filled with tears. "I'm not asking you to pretend it didn't happen," she said. "I'm asking you to let yourself be free, even if you never want me to close again." And that sentence landed like thunder, because Halima suddenly understood the truth. Holding bitterness didn't punish Khadija, it punished Halima. Halima took a long breath and looked away. Then she said, I won't lie, I still feel the pain. Khadija nodded. Halima continued, voice shaking. But I also don't want to live with this weight anymore. She turned back to Khadija. I can't rebuild everything today, Halima said. But for my own peace, I choose to start releasing this burden. Khadija cried, not the dramatic kind, the quiet kind that comes from being seen. Halima didn't hug her, not yet, but she did something more powerful. She chose healing, because forgiveness is not always a reunion. Sometimes forgiveness is a decision you make in your heart so your future can breathe. Halima later said something that became her personal quote, I didn't forgive because she deserved it. I forgave because I deserved peace. And if you're watching this carrying the weight of betrayal, here's the lesson. Forgiveness is not approving what happened. It's refusing to let what happened control who you become. Letting go doesn't erase the past. It releases your tomorrow. If this story touched you, don't just watch and scroll. Choose your healing today. Drop a comment. I choose peace. And if you know someone struggling to forgive, share this video. It might be the push they need. Like, subscribe, and stay with Awaken Greatness, because your heart wasn't created to carry bitterness forever. It was created to carry purpose, peace, and new beginnings.